Okay, let's take a look at the stocks that we flagged off earlier. Symphony is the stock that I referred to earlier. The stock is at a fresh 52-week high. It's up 4% and has been a relative outperformer. There have been slew of brokerage reports on Symphony talking about the prospects of this company, virtual leadership as far as the air cooler segment is concerned, the organized air cooler segment is concerned. Rupesh Shah, Executive Director at Symphony, is joining us right now from Ahmedabad. Rupesh, good afternoon. Great having you with us. Your stock's doing wonderfully well. Investors are happy. There's been a lot of coverage on your company of late, talking about the way this company is poised to capture growth up ahead. Can you talk about that? Can you talk about what's the game plan for the company in 2014? Now with the busy summer season approaching, what kind of growth are you looking at? Which segments and which geographies will contribute to growth this year?
Yeah, thanks. In Symphony, we are having three business segments. One business segment, and the major business segment, is residential air cooler in domestic business. Second one is a residential air cooler in international market, and our rest of the world, that is international market, contributes almost 27% of our top line. And third one is industrial and centralized air cooling business. We very strongly believe that in short term to medium term, residential air cooler in domestic business should be a good growth driver. In medium term, international business should be a growth driver, and in long term, centralized air cooling should be a growth driver. And we expect that YOY, considering the potential in our industry and strong product, brand and presence and distribution network what we have, we can have 20-25% YOY CAGR growth. Having said that, in some year there may be very high growth rate, in some year there may be low growth rate, but in medium to long term, this is the kind of the growth what we can expect by maintaining our current profitability.
Okay, so how does this year poised look like? I mean, we are in the middle of March. We have already seen most part of the northern North India now witnessing the onset of summer. But it's been a little erratic. I mean, summer has not yet come in full flow across the northern part of the country and across other geographies as well. Is that going to affect sales a little bit compared to what we saw last year and the year before that, or is this going to be a business as usual kind of a year for the company?
Our year end is 30th June, and in first 6 months we have registered almost 64% top line growth and 100% plus bottom line growth. And so far in our in current quarter, going is good. Of course, in first 8 months, 9 months, it is various strategies and product which works, and in last 3 to 4 months, it is the summer which drives the business. So we expect that link with the summer, link with how the season behaves, there should be a business performance in next couple of months. It's premature or too difficult to comment how summer will behave in next couple of months.
How do you see the contribution coming in from overseas business? Because there seems to be a lot of focus on the overseas business. As a percentage of total sales, how much growth would you be deriving from the overseas side, and do we also get better margins, particularly on the overseas side?
Yeah, on a standalone basis, about 12% of our top line was coming from overseas business, but in terms of the bottom line, it has contributed close to 20%. That is about yearly. And our overseas business is bifurcated into two parts. One is export to IMCO, North America, our step down subsidiary company, and second part is to rest of the world. And to rest of the world, we expect very robust growth and maintaining the current profitability. As far as our consolidated business is concerned, last year about 27% of the top line was from overseas business, and it should continue in that vicinity. And in long term, we expect that in terms of exports from India, it should continue to grow at a very robust growth. considering the demand and potential in various developed as well as developing markets.
But what about the currency risk? How would you protect yourself in case the rupee were to strengthen significantly from here? I mean, take a look at what's happened in the currency of late. The rupee is now inching closer to 60.7, 60.8 is where it has been. It's actually come off quite a bit. When the rupee was depreciating, obviously export sector did quite well, actually capitalized on that. But how would you protect yourself in case the rupee were to strengthen significantly?
Yeah. No, in fact, rupee depreciation is in a way blessing to Symphony because we do have negligible direct indirect import and we are a net export earner. So last year our net realization was somewhere at about 53-54 rupees. That was in 2012-13, and current year as of now it is at about 61 rupees. And rupee depreciation benefit by and large we succeed in retaining with the company.
Sir, I believe there has been a new product line introduction as well. Can you talk about that?
Symphony is purely air cooler company. We drink, eat and sleep air cooler, and our focus has really helped us substantially in terms of the product innovation, upgradation, and really having an edge over competition. And we will continue to focus that way. Having said that, very regularly we keep on launching new models, we keep on upgrading existing models. In current year so far, we have come up with completely new range of window models offering about 5 different models, and we have also launched couple of new other products and they have been received well, and they are also offering better contribution and profitability.
Just one final question before I let you go. Can you talk about the current cash on the books of the company?
Yeah, as on 31st of December, broadly we were having about 170 crore worth of cash on book, and considering our business model, even for healthy growth, we do require negligible additional capex and working capital. In fact, on standalone basis, many a times we do have negative working capital. And hence we do have two outlets of cash deployment. One is a dividend payout, and second is as and when we get a right overseas acquisition opportunity, mainly to scale up by way of market access. And by and large, whatever cash we are having or cash we are generating should be sufficient to take care of any such acquisition. Of course, as of now, there is no specific target in mind. We keep on examining various acquisition opportunities.
Okay. All right, Rupesh. Thank you so much for your time. Pleasure chatting with you and wish you all the best. It's going to be a pretty hectic summer season for you up at Symphony as summer season picks up across northern part of the country and across various other parts of the country as well. Let's take a break. We'll come back with more.